Jan Ozer here, back with you from Bitmovin booth at NAB. I'm here with Christian Feldman.
Hi, nice to meet you.
What do you do with Bitmovin, Christian?
I'm working on encoders, so I'm in the encoding team. I'm working mostly on all of the encoders that we support, ranging from, of course, AVC up to we're investigating new technologies, AV1, of course, and the standardization, which is currently going on in MPEG. So the whole range. Okay,
so this is the NAB of AV1. I understand you've done some testing. What were your major findings?
Basically, we did with the University of Klagenfurt. We did an evaluation. We created a data set, a dash data set. So H.264 is in there, of course, HEVC, but also VP9 and AV1. So we used a snapshot from, I think, from December, from the AV1 reference software. We created a data set using various different settings, various different sequences. And for that specific test, with a fixed bitrate ladder, we found that AV1 was able to outperform VP9, but also AV1 by quite a margin.
You said AV1 outperformed VP9 and HEVC, did you mean?
Yeah, the other way around. AV1 outperformed HEVC and VP9 in this specific test, of course.
By about what percentages did you see?
We could see gains of AV1 compared to HEVC of about 17% on average BD rate.
So BD rate means at 17% lower bit rate, it produces the same quality?
Correct. PSNR, basically.
And what were your findings regarding encoding time, and how did you make it a fair fight? Because HEVC obviously can encode forever if you use those settings. How do you get it roughly equivalent on the encoding time side?
In this test, the encoding times were not identical, basically. So the AV1 encoder is currently, the reference software we used is not optimized for speed at all. It's an experimental encoder, basically, meant for experiments, and it's not optimized for speed currently. We did it was basically just like a shot in the dark. I don't know how to put it. It was basically we tried to kind of estimate at what speed or at what performance setting could AV1 operate at a similar speed once the optimization has been done. It's very hard to compare all of these settings. All of the settings are, of course, in the description of the data set and in the associated papers. So all of the codecs, which codecs we used, which settings we used, that's all in the paper.
And where can people find the papers?
You can find the paper on our homepage. There's a link to the data set, which is publicly available, and of course to the associated paper with all of the details.
So that's bitmovin.com.
That's bitmovin.com, and then there's a blog. There's a blog page, and there's a link to the data set and to the paper.
Okay, and Christian Timmerer, who also you work with on this trial.
Correct.
He'll be speaking with me at NAB on a panel on AV1 versus HEVC. Wednesday at noon, I think. But it's if you're at NAB, definitely check it out, because we have people there from YouTube, we have people there from Bitmovin, we have people there from Harmonic, and we have and Bitmovin, and we'll be fleshing out the pros and cons of AV1 versus HEVC. I guess what's your sense of when you think people will start using AV1?
Well, the standardization is just finished, so the final bit stream is now available, so it will probably take some time until we can see fast and efficient encodings which can actually be used at a reasonable CPU cost. So that can take some time, but considering that the standard was just released, that's not unusual, I would say. Probably within 2018, within this year, we will see some usable encoders and some more reasonable outputs there.
What did you learn from your real-time testing? You guys did some real-time streams at, I want to say, last year here. Was that correct? You did real-time streams on the encode side and then decode via Firefox. Is that right?
The decoding demo is also publicly available on our homepage. With the Firefox Nightly, you can stream using Dash. It's all in there. AV1 live in the browser. That works. I think the live encoding demo we did, last year at IBC here at the NAB. That's true. Yeah. Basically, we used our horizontally scalable encoding approach. Where we chunk up the video and just distribute it in the cloud. So we were able to just to use that in order to achieve real-time encoding using the rather slow reference software encoder.
Okay. Well, listen, Christian, I appreciate you spending time, and have a great show.
Thank you.